page 19. What is self-confidence? Self-confidence primarily refers to having a positive and realistic perception of ourselves and our abilities. Self-confidence is characterized by optimism, eagerness, pride, independence, trust, the ability to handle criticism, emotional maturity, and the ability to accurately assess our capabilities. A lack of self-confidence, on the other hand, is characterized by self-doubt, passivity, isolation, sensitivity to criticism, distrust, depression, and feelings of inferiority and being unloved. How does a lack of self-confidence develop? Number 1, negative life experiences at home, in school, or on the job can cause you to develop feelings of inferiority and hopelessness. For example, when you were growing up, your parents might have been unable to provide a healthy and supportive environment. Perhaps they were critical, demanding, and/or overprotective of you. As a result, you develop negative perceptions of yourself. Number 2, loss of a family member or close friend may lead to feelings of depression. For example, your parents get a divorce, you move away from home for the first time, and as a result are away from your friends and family, or you break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Number 3, dwelling unnecessarily on negative events such as failures and disappointment instead of using the event as a learning experience. For example, perhaps you had a job interview, but you didn't get the job. Instead of getting depressed about it, think about what you learned from it and what you might do differently next time. 4, judging or criticizing yourself and your abilities too harshly. For example, you criticize and blame yourself for your failures and disappointment. 5, evaluating the outcome of situations as worse than they really are. For example, your supervisor asked you to make 15 copies of something, but you made 50. You're sure he's going to penalize you in some way. 6, experiencing too much pressure from your parents and/or peers to meet the demands and expectations that they set out for you. Such pressure deprives you of the opportunity to develop your own identity and independence. 7, setting unrealistic goals. For example, you just bought a computer and you want to learn a program by tomorrow. You need a realistic amount of time to learn a new skill. 8, fear of failure. For example, if you get an F on an exam, you may see yourself as a failure rather than as a perfectly worthwhile person who has failed an exam. How to increase your self-confidence? Number 1, think positively about yourself. 2, set goals that are realistic and that will allow you to meet your expectations. That is, set your goals at a reasonable level so that what you accomplish is equal or almost equal to what you set out to accomplish. This can boost your self-confidence and self-satisfaction. 3, reward or praise yourself when you have done well. 4, whenever something upsetting or disappointing occurs, be aware of your thoughts. Try to think logically about the situation instead of reacting merely on the basis of your emotions. 5, dwell on your strengths, not your weaknesses. 6, realize that there are certain things that you are more adept and competent in than others, and that it is impossible to expect perfection in every aspect of your life. 7, do not attribute your achievement and accomplishments only to luck. Instead, give yourself credit for your own personal achievement. 8, learn to be assertive. That is, Learn to express your feelings, opinions, beliefs, and needs directly, openly, and honestly, while not violating the rights of others. For example, learn to say no to unreasonable requests. 9. Make a list of what you feel are the major problems in your life. Then list ways to improve or change them. Chances are that not all of your problems can be dealt with easily or quickly. However, there are some areas where you can take immediate action. Checklist for improving self-confidence. Count the good things, not the negative ones. Think positively about yourself. Learn from your experiences. Set realistic goals. Be courageous. Keep learning. Live usefully. And welcome change.